Hi everyone, Lorianne here again for my second video in this new YouTube channel, which I thought I only put one up last week and maybe I should put another one up this week. So I wanted to share with you my Traveler's Notebook setups that I did over the last couple of days getting ready for some busy time coming up in the next few months for me. So I have re-embraced, if you will, the Traveler's Notebook. I probably about 4 or 5 years ago discovered them and have a beautiful red leather one around here somewhere long before they became a thing that companies put out with pockets and faux leather and all of that. And I used it for a bit, and then I went off and found bullet journaling, and that took over my life for a number of years. And then a couple weeks ago, I was reminded of Traveler's Notebooks again when I was at PlannerCon down in San Francisco, and Lael Konkar from Carpe Diem and Amy Tangerine both did Traveler's Notebook workshops and reminded me why I liked them in the first place was the versatility. There's a lot you can do with them. You can be whatever you need it to be. Contemplating whether or not I'm going to go back to using one as a wallet again, the smaller size. But for now, I wanted to share with you the two that I have here. The first is that I did one for my planning and I did one for travel. And I did that because I didn't want it to be super, super chunky. This one's already thick for me. So putting all of that into one book really kind of meant it was going to be too big for me to deal with and I was going to end up not using it. I'm sure you can relate. So I split it out into two, and we'll go over this one first, which is the plan one. So this is a Carpe Diem Traveler's Notebook, which I really love. It's a faux leather, and it's just really flexible and really nice to the touch. It also cleans up pretty easy. And I like, this is the Blooms or Blossoms planner or set. I really liked it. This came in a packet that I got. It's a little decal. They have a number of them, which I thought was really cool. And then opening it up in the front here, the 4 pockets. I've seen them used for a number of things. I considered using this one as my wallet, but I'm just a little too afraid I'm going to lose something like, important, like my driver's license. So instead I have some stuff in here that I use for embellishing, but also just some inspirational stuff on, like, I'm enjoying the journey, and a thank you note from Monica that I bought something from. So I have in here the little zipper pocket, and then one of the things Lael went over was the slip cover idea for the Traveler's Notebook. Therefore, you can take your basic Traveler's Notebook, which sometimes are decorated, like this one is a one that is actually decorated, and some of them they're kind of just plain brown craft or white paper, and make them customizable. The other cool thing about that is you can swap them out based on the season or the activity. So say this is a spring one and then I get to summer and I want to do a summer cover. If I haven't filled it up already, I can just pull this off. It's done with this one. Actually, I actually glued in. Probably won't be changing it, but back here, peel off the washi tape and switch it out. So I added this in. This is from the Carpe Diem I Am. Yes, the I Am line. And Planner Girl, I believe these are Reset Girl ones. I put a pocket in here. So this cover, when you cut it, you end up with a piece of cardstock this big. And I thought, well, what am I going to do with that? So I just made a little pocket out of it by taping up the bottom, slipping it around a piece of paper so I have both sides. And now I have a little pocket for things. I'll show you. Take this, and in it goes, which I think is pretty cool. And then this is just a blank one. I have gone through and added in some lined paper. I'm not sure you can quite see that. So some lined paper, because while I do like blank canvases, I also like order, and so lined paper really helps me a little bit better. But so I've just added some embellishments in. This is my to-do list. As you can see, I don't have anything to do yet. Yeah, that's not true. I have plenty of things to do. I just haven't filled this up yet. So that's what's going to go in here. I have the option for using lined paper, just decorated pages and whatnot. And then I did put another pocket in the back here because I had this from another cover. the other half of my plastic pocket, which usually has things in it like stickers or small little embellishments that I want to be able to get to, but they do slip out, so I don't put anything in here that I'm going to be sad if it falls out. So then this one are my big plans, and going to go through and fill out some of these I am pages. And this was a really cool questionnaire for prompts, because one of the things, and I don't know if this happens to you, but one of the things that I struggle with is journal writing. I was never a journaler as a kid. I always talked out everything, and I still do. But I've also discovered the benefit of writing things down and making things happen. A lot of employment changes have happened over the past year, and I'm looking at a new career path possibly, or new ways to make a living. And part of this is that I don't really know what it is that I want to do when I grow up. And some of these questions can kind of help me think it out. And when I do actually write it down, I find I get much better results, which I'm sure most of you are probably saying, yep, that's true. So I'm going to include this in this big plans here. And then I happen to be in a keynote session, and Nicole Rickson from Sweet Stamp Shop was doing giving a presentation on how she made it to where she's at and the struggles that she went through. And those are my notes, and I keep meaning to transfer them over, and I haven't quite gotten to it yet. So, and then that's this. So just a few more embellishments. I did another half-page pocket because, once again, leftover pieces of paper. And I decided that I would just tape this pocket right onto a page back here, so that when I had pictures that I print out, I have a little Sprocket printer that I haven't gotten a place to put yet, or I'm not ready to put them down yet. I've got a spot for them. And little last note there, be fearless. And that's my goal. Then another one of these zipper pockets with some washi tape stuck to it that I added back here. I mentioned PlannerCon. I am on the planning team, and this is my book for PlannerCon. And these adorable little faces down here are from the Sweet Stamp Shop planning set, I think is what it's called, or planners set. And so I added that there. PlannerCon, let's kick butt and plan PlannerCon. Nope, there's no secrets that you're going to be able to see, because there aren't any secrets in here yet. And I think this was also a Carpe Diem. I think it was a PlannerCon thing. Another pocket. It's just a piece of scrapbook paper, and then cut down to the size of this, and fold it in half, and then cut again. And then I decided you can either leave this open, or you can tape it down. I like to tape it down because, as you've noticed, I've commented a couple times on losing things, and I do lose things out of my books all the time. So I just did the half point and taped the whole thing down and stuck it in the middle of the book, right smack dab in the middle, just so I have a pocket there. It's kind of like women's pants. Why don't they make notebooks with more pockets? And then back here, I have some Traveler's Notebook adhesive, and I currently don't have anything in the back of this, but this is the planning book. I realize that's my planner, I guess, although I do also use a Hobonichi. And, oh look, there's PlannerCon. That I'm still figuring out how I want to use this for most efficiency. And but the paper, if you haven't ever tried a Hobonichi, you should go find one. Just for the paper alone, it's really stunning. So that is my day-to-day planner, and this is my big planner. And then over here, I was at a great little shop up in a town near me, and I picked up a Prima Jet Setter Traveler's Notebook, as you can see here. And this, I believe, is real leather. It's far stiffer than the Carpe Diem, but I still really I love the pattern of the paper. I like the leather edition of this piece right here that wraps around the front of it. And it even comes with a nice little charm. And then I considered using this for a wallet, but these are actually too deep for my preference. Oh dear, stuck. For credit cards, they actually go down too far. and I'm afraid I would forget what was in there or not lose, again, afraid of losing things. So I'm going to use these for embellishments and whatnot, and that's what this was all about. Put our little Mickey M back there. So I have 2 books in here currently. Oh, I have 3. And one of them is my Disney planning book. This is the Disney, the docket journal from Carpe Diem. And I don't think I can show the cover to you because my washi tape wasn't sticking, so I ended up gluing it down. But it's the docket journal. It has like a half a Mickey head on it and some paint splotches on it. But it was getting really worn, and as you can see, the journal's not full yet, so I decided to cover it. And this is from an Echo Park theme park, I think it is. That is all the old Disneyland tickets for anybody who remembers when Disney had ticket packs that you had to buy, and you always wanted to ride the e-tickets even though you weren't tall enough. At least that was me. So, and then there's some Carpe Diem. No, they're the Say Cheese embellishments. So it's my Disney journal of our trips and things that we have done, want to do, and packing and all that sort of stuff. And then as we go forward, I'm going to do like I did with the travel journal and embellish the pages a little bit, or with some more Disney embellishments to fill them up a little bit. And then I added a pocket again, added another pocket in here. And then I also just stuck the extra paper right in the pocket in case I decided to use it for something. And these are a variety of stickers. I believe these are all Carpe Diem Say Cheese, either 1, 2, or 3 stickers that are theme park themed. And they look very much like they would belong to that theme park that's in Southern California and that one in Florida. I don't believe that it is official, so that's all I will say about that. This is a piece of paper from that same set, the Say Cheese 2, I think. So that's the Disney journal. And then in here I have a watercolor journal that I just picked up from Prima yesterday, and I'm really excited about that, as sometimes the paper in some of these journals is just regular paper and it wouldn't be thick enough, although this Disney journal does have a decent thickness to it. But this is watercolor. It looks like it's about 140 pounds at least. I do not know whether it's hot. I believe it's cold pressed. It looks rough. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's in the middle. And then back here is a general travel journal. And I picked some paper that I really liked. I love cameras and photography. And then printed out some of my own stickers that I got from, probably from Carpe Diem. And some chipboard and letters. That's my husband and I. And then I just sort of started adding decoration to the page, because the blank page is really intimidating at times, at least for me. And I like the idea that, okay, look, maybe I'm going to answer this question. Where are we? And I'm not necessarily going to go in order, because sometimes I won't want to, talk about travels. I'll want to talk about an experience that I had instead. Or maybe we're not traveling internationally on one of these world traveler ones, but points of interest, I can fill that out. So that's why I did it that way. I have a lot of washi tape that is travel related, so I really just went through my collection and started putting them around, and then I found some fun stickers stashed away in a little folder that were all travel related. And I did add a pocket in the center. So whereas in the first journal you saw I wrapped these around a piece of paper, but in this case I just simply added the pocket without anything else to it. Okay, so I taped it at the bottom and then I taped it in. I didn't add it onto a piece of paper. So it would flip back and forth in the center. Whether it works successfully I will have to get back to you on, and things don't fall out of it. I do not know how well it will do, but it was something that I thought of at the time. And then I have tabbed these. I think you can maybe, no, it's probably not visible. So that's a Disney, and then this is Travels. I have not tabbed the watercolor one because it kind of stands all on its own and is a very different texture than the other ones. So that was the Prima Jet Setter, Prima Marketing Jet Setter. And those are harder to find as far as I've noticed in places like Michael's and Hobby Lobby that we have around here, but you may be able to find them. They were at PlannerCon, and they were at this little independent store up in a town near me. So those are my 2 Traveler's Notebooks, and I will probably come back in a couple of weeks and let you know how they're going, because I have no idea whether or not I'm going to be able to sustain this or whether or not this is really going to work. But along with my Hobonichi, which the only thing I can say is that I probably should have gotten the bigger one because I think I needed a little bit more space to do some writing or journaling or keeping track of things that are going on. So that's that, and thanks for visiting. If you choose to subscribe, I'll thank you in advance. I plan to make one video a week, between a week and 10 days, so probably 2 to 3 a month, as I go forward and build up this business of ink and pen adventures. And so check us out on Facebook. And also, we do have a website. It is currently not got a lot going on, but there is a link to our travel company, which we are affiliated with a company called Gateway to Magic, where we can get you traveling to your favorite Disney destinations along with regular travel agency. So I hope this has been interesting, and I appreciate your time. And if you are in a traveler's journal and you have some great ideas or plans that you've done with yours and you'd like to share them, please just let me know. I'm happy to see what others do. That's where I get most of my inspiration from. So thanks very much, and have a great day. Cheers.